Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go-getterism number 426 for December 3rd, 2015. Yeah, today we're talking about people who get put in positions of authority and they start going crazy, drunk with power. You know what I'm saying? But first, we got something fly for y'all. Many of y'all know the classic rock group, the Rolling Stones, and we have a song by them tonight, "Sympathy for the Devil." And we gonna, go, don't front like you don't know the Rolling Stones. You know what I'm saying? Rolling Stones, one of the best rock groups ever. Ruse, rock, blues, and soul. They play with a lot of black musicians because they are good musicians. Got it going on. I love this song. The lyrics is crazy. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long years. So many hands, so many. I was around when Jesus Christ had his run down pain. Made damn sure the fire. Sympathy for the devil, y'all. Peace to my big sis for introducing me to this song like, I don't know, 8 years ago. So check out these lyrics on this one. Check out this verse. Alright, we're gonna get to the next verse in a minute. Alright. So check it out, right? People that get drunk with power just because they get put in positions of authority. Y'all know how it goes. Older siblings, older family members, starting off when you're very young. Managers, supervisors, owners of businesses, policemen, politicians, lawyers, judges, people who are able to decide your fate, whether it's in the immediate sense or somewhere down the line. It starts off when we're very young. Whoever are the older kids, how when you were younger, there were always a lot of kids. I don't know how it goes now, but back in the day, there were hardly any only children that were only children. Even if you didn't have brothers or sisters, whatever, you had cousins and stuff like that. So when it came time for the grown-ups to do their thing, at a party or whatever, if they had to just leave y'all by yourselves for a little while, whoever was the older kids got put in charge. That's what we used to say. I'm in charge. We putting you in charge. In other words, you're going to have the authority and the responsibility of making sure that all of the kids that were younger than you, stay in line for a little while until an adult comes back and supervises y'all. So you got a chance to see at a very young age how the older kids handle being put in positions of authority. Some of them handle it well, and they would do the things that would still keep the fun going, while making sure that nobody got in trouble because they handled their authority, even their temporary authority, in a responsible way. So they would make sure that nobody got in trouble, nobody got picked on, nobody got beat up, nobody did anything bad, but made sure that y'all kept playing, kept y'all chores done and whatever until an adult came back and took over the reins. Those are the responsible kids who didn't abuse their authority. Then you had the kids who abused their authority. So as soon as an adult put them in charge of the kids, then they start bossing everybody around, telling everybody what to do, making threats, getting violent. doing all kinds of stuff, trying to put little kids on punishment. How you gonna be like 11, 10 or 11 years old, and you putting somebody on punishment that's like 8, 7, 9? Some people assume the role of a tyrant or a dictator as soon as they got a little position of authority. And we see that later on when we got older. In school, somebody might be class president and think that they really president of something. Um, Safeties. Remember the safeties, the crossing guard safeties with the little the orange belt that went around their waist and across their chest. You got to decide who went across the street and who didn't. It was an authority figure. Some people got real funny with it. So you think you just gonna cross the street? They like, yo, I can go around your arms. But they would threaten to tell you. So we got a chance to see how people act when they get into positions of authority. Some people get drunk with power. And what I mean by drunk with power is like sometimes you've been yearning for that ability to be able to tell people what to do and to decide people's fate, that you're intoxicated with this position. And and the reason that you feel intoxicated is because it clouds your judgment, because all you care about is being able to rule over people, to tell people what to do and to run shit. So we see that with cops who abuse their privileges. Perpetrate violence against people who don't do what they say, as if they have the authority to physically make them do what they say. And sometimes, often, they get away with it. But it's not just cops, like I said, lawyers, judges, managers, supervisors. We've probably all been on jobs where somebody that was on the same pay scale as us got promoted to a new position, and all of a sudden they got brand new. I don't mean the good brand new, because when you are in a position of authority, a leadership position, you can't act like you just swimming along with the rest of the fishes. They didn't hire you in order to, still pal around with your friends, rob the clock, and steal time and be irresponsible. They did hire you to step your game up and to make sure that you protect the interests of the company. That don't mean talking to anybody, talking to other employees any kind of way. It doesn't mean talking down to people. It doesn't mean threatening to write people up, threatening to suspend people, threatening to get people fired. It doesn't mean any of those things. But some people take that to mean it. So a lot of friendships, working relationships are strained because somebody who got put up into a position of authority started acting real shady as soon as they got their chance. Little did you know they was waiting for their chance to do that all along. I doubt it if people really just get brand new. But, to their credit, I'll say this. There are people that will not bow down to authority or respect authority no matter what happens. So those people have to be dealt with because they're in the way. But the same way that people who abuse authority can be in the way, people who rebel against all kinds of crazy stuff, they're in the way too. But we're going to talk about people who rebel for no good reason. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, just because you're put into a position of leadership or a position of authority, that doesn't give you the authority to threaten people, to perpetrate violence against people, to be basically terroristic. You catch more bees with honey than you do with a fly swatter. So the smarter thing to do would be to employ tactics that will bring people closer to you and make them want to support you, instead of ruling or running things by fear and hoping that nobody calls your bluff. Because when it all comes down to it, there are plenty of people that would rather eliminate the threat than keep the threat going and bowing down to it. Just something to be aware of. You know, people take certain things personally, like being set up to lose their job. You know, we're talking about people's livelihoods. We're talking about people's, ability to put food on the table, take care of themselves. Not only that, but people's pride are at stake. You know what I mean? You get somebody fired from a job, man. Getting fired from a job, it's not good for your ego. It takes some people a while to get over that. And if they have somebody to blame, which they might make that supervisor or that manager or that whatever, they feel some kind of way about that. They might do something terrible. Don't forget about the Mind Right and Body Better Fitness program this Saturday at the McVeigh Recreation Center, 400 East Ontario Street, on the corner of Ontario and D Street, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We getting bigger, we getting stronger. Come down and get bigger and stronger with us. Meet some great people, fellowship, and we do concentrate on the mind right and body better part of it. So we give out literature, we talk about shit, we get things off our chest, because we good like that. And we're a community like that, and we're building like that. Come build with us. Come build your body, come build your mind, come build your self-esteem, and come build your ability to deal with people and feel better about the world as a whole, including yourself. Starting off. Sympathy for the devil, baby. Sympathy. Oh, UrbanTherapyWithSun.com. Don't forget to visit us on UrbanTherapyWithSun.com. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Get down with the website. Get with the movement. The movement is moving. It's moving fast. It's moving forward. It's moving in the right direction. We want y'all to move right on with it. Feel me? Yeah.